NKH, exclamation point NKH in the chat, by looking at our Twitch profile, or by going to speedgaming.org/nogetHungry. You can also see all the prizes and incentives that we have coming up. And thank you very much for supporting a great cause. Well, up next here, we have Finalflame, who is going to be taking over from here. So take it, Finalflame.
Hi everyone, I am Finalflame. I'm here to play two games, the first of which being Future Cop, which you're seeing on my screen. The second will be Sonic Jam following this run, and I bring that up because there's currently a donation incentive for the character bid war, whether I'm playing as Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles. If y'all love me, you will donate towards Tails. Please, right now Tails is losing. Help me. But more on that later. Let's go ahead and get this started. I've seen some people in chat talking about this game. Apparently they have played it when they were younger. The game you're about to see is probably going to look a little bit different. This is a very glitched run, but fortunately a pretty simple run. But we'll go ahead and get this started. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. It also helps if I hit the correct button. So we have 8 stages in total. Basis of this game, we are a cop in Los Angeles, down to take, I guess, just take out different enemies, different issues going on in the town. This is not your standard police unit. We are in control of 2 vehicles. We have this hover car, which I am very bad at controlling, as you can see. And then we also have a walker. You will see more on that later. You're also going to see a lot of glitches, as I mentioned. Starting now, basically I am just drifting into these walls and upwarping through them by drifting into it and holding either forwards or backwards depending on the wall. This isn't something you could do just anywhere. You need specific, like a specific wall, basically 1 tile wide, like this. Here is the other vehicle, which can go up these slopes. And we're already at the first boss. We just skipped probably most of that first stage. I do need to be careful. My health is not as good as I would like it to be. So I do have 3 different weapons, and I have the ability to change these between stages and unlock them throughout the run. Right now I'm just using the base 3 weapons. I will be switching it up after this stage and after a couple others. Right now just moving around, trying to take out this shield and also trying to dodge these projectiles, as not only will they hurt me, but if they hit my projectiles, they will destroy them and they won't hit the boss. And that's the first boss already done. My estimate for this is 20 minutes, and honestly, this should be done well before then if things go well. Don't save. I want to select the zone. That is, yes, Concussion Beam and Flamethrower. I had to make sure I had the right weapons. It sometimes makes a world of difference. So here we are on stage 2, more of the same. We're just going to begin moving forward, running over whatever is in our way. And we're going to do another clip here coming up, slash upwarp, slash whatever else you would like to call it. This time I need to be going backwards. The setup for each wall is a bit different. One thing I want to point out is I have a jump button, but you can't actually jump as this hover car, because I get a little weapons upgrade there. But when you are this car, if you hit the jump button, it'll actually help stop your momentum, which makes controlling this a lot easier. If I wasn't doing that, I would be drifting all over this place, and my 3D movement is not the best, so it definitely helps. We're here at the next boss. Just taking it out already, nice and quick. Assignment complete. Boss is dead. So that's already a quarter way done. Granted, these are the earlier stages. Starting with the 4th stage of Venice Beach is when this will really become... It'll start to get more dangerous, I should say. Change the bounce.
I got a quick donation. I've got a donation to read if there's a moment. I'm sorry to interrupt you there.
Go right ahead.
We have a $20 donation from Ash. Thank you very much, Ash. I would like to point out that the Sonic Jam character bidding war currently has Knuckles winning with $45, Tails after that with $20, and nothing yet for Sonic, so get in on that.
Please donate to Tails. So in this area, I do have to be careful when after I did the clip in and ended up on the wall. If you drop down the wrong spot, you are soft locked. There are invisible walls. So I wanted to make absolutely sure to have the bounce mines, and you want to be right on top of this. And that boss is dead. That's probably one of the quicker stages. As I mentioned, though, stage 4 is going to be my first realistic death potential. So I want to stick with these weapons. I want to not save the game, because that takes time. So the first part of the stage, not too bad, but the boss, I am going to be very tight on health if all goes well. By the way, the stages are not related to each other in any way. I think it's just a different story per stage. So I'm going to line myself up here. If the camera cooperates, that should be alright, maybe. And couldn't quite make it up. You can't actually make it up that slope, so I'm trying to hit it at the corner. That should be much better. There we go. Do another up warp there and make it across. So you've seen one glitch, now you're going to see the second in this run. You are not meant to actually get on top of that wall. I made it look easy. While you're that walker vehicle, you just want to jump up while kind of at an angle and hit left or right. Alright, so I'm going to activate... Well, first I'm going to kill this thing, maybe. There we go. I activated an upgrade there by getting close to it. I'm activating another one there. I'm taking out that enemy. I don't necessarily need to take out either of those enemies, but I don't want to be taking unnecessary damage. Ooh, let's get back on top. Ideally, I don't want to lose more health than I have. And now comes the tricky part and the part that I might potentially die at. Just going to line myself up here. Hit that switch. Try to avoid stuff here. I am now on a timer. I don't need to rush. I want to grab those, and because I have to wait for this boss to spawn in right here. I'm going to be on top of it, and right about here, I can now target it. And you see my health super low. So my bounce mines will damage me when they go off, which is what makes that very dangerous. I'm glad I got through it first try. That was Gate Prison, yeah. Same weapons. I should add that into my notes. So yeah, really happy I didn't die there. It's easy for me to do. So that new glitch I just showed you, you're going to see more in this stage, right here at the start. You gotta take out that enemy at the very top and switch. And you're in my way. I'm hitting the wrong button. That's part of my issue. So there's one walk, 2, 3. We're here at the boss. I am going to switch vehicles because it makes this a little bit easier for me. One issue I have with the walker is when you drift, you will sometimes just drift like 2 whole steps, and you don't want that. Alright, fingers crossed I get this first try. Yes! Perfect. I need to not die, though. I think we made it. I think we're good. Alright. That's a boss I normally struggle with. So we're just blowing through this game. This next stage, also pretty easy. Then the real game actually starts. It's going to be a little more difficult. I promise you. Only a little. So stage 6 of 8. Once again, just going to glitch our way up here.
We have the green light for tunnel sweep.
I'm not going to bother changing vehicles. The hover car is actually faster, but you do have the time during transition to account for. This boss supposedly has a decent chance to kill you. I don't usually have an issue. Famous last words? Oh my gosh. I finally died to it. Of course, me and my big mouth. I did actually kill the boss, you might have noticed, but because I died at the same time, it doesn't count. I normally don't hug him quite as much. And as you could see, and as I clearly saw, hugging him is bad. Ooh. I go back up this way, maybe? Yes, okay. Backups. Alright, so I'm gonna try and do this boss properly this time and not give him a hug. You do want to be as close to him as possible, but as you saw, it's kind of dangerous to do that. Alright, that's how that boss should have gone. So next up we have LAX Spaceport, which is actually split into 2 parts. All right, so this first part here, just have to unlock a couple switches, and then we're going to go out of bounds. It's a little tricky to do. I'd say trickier than in the other stages. There's lock number 1. You can see just how bad my movement is, and that being said, this game still is relatively simple to speedrun, and I am so glad for that. Come on. There we go. I was holding the wrong direction. Don't. Okay. Just trying to line myself up. You need to be at a slight angle. You don't want to be at a too big of an angle. And as you can see, the car just loves to drift. I do need to get up here. There we go. Don't fall off. Don't you fall off. Okay. Over to here. Alright, now this part's kind of tricky. I need to drift along that until I get past an invisible wall. We are now out of bounds. Now, coming up, I do need to be careful when coming back in, as I can soft lock, which is why I'm going to take this slightly slow, go at a good angle. Good. Alright, so we're about halfway through stage 1. Coming up is going to be one of the harder tricks in this run. It is another up warp. However, come on. Just go straight. There we go. I'm going to be doing this by going backwards and then very quickly switching to forwards. Oh, almost had it pretty quickly. It is possible to do this while going forwards the entire time. Good, didn't fall over. But in my opinion, it's much harder to do. And here we are at the second part. So this part can be a little dangerous. I don't want to fall into the boss arena early. I have kind of another, I guess, similar to an up warp here, except I'm going to be doing it with this walker. There we go. After I get that, I do not want to hold drift for too long. Right about there, but I'm going to set that up again. Okay. You want to stay up here. I do not want to fall into the boss arena. Well, sure, I'll take whatever that is. And then we're going to do it again. Oh, can I actually not fall over there? There we go. Get to familiar territory. Oh, when things want to go wrong, they'll go wrong. Second try. Just take it a little bit easy. Okay. We avoided the boss arena. That is... No, we did not. I fell into it. And got out of it pretty quickly. Right, just get out. There we go. Alright, so this boss I do need to be careful of with my health. Ideally, I'll do this without picking up a health upgrade. But if need be, I can pick up one right behind me. No need. Yeah, right inside this block here, there is health. Usually I have to pick it up. This is actually, I think, the second time I have done that without needing to do that. Awesome. Alright, on to the last stage. I do need to make a switch here onto the mortar launcher once again. So this stage kind of starts out nice and empty, no real threat. But very quickly we're going to, I guess you'll just say sequence break. Let me clip up to here. Just gotta walk through these people now. I'm going to line myself up. I'd say not pixel perfect, but very precise once that guy gets out of my way. Okay. So you are not meant to do this. You are meant to turn off the electricity in front of us. But we're going to skip doing that because it's very long, and you see how my health just plummeted. But we made it through. That's the important part, so we should be good for this stage. Don't fall. I didn't mean to hit that. Just gotta clip up here. And coming up is a jump that should be relatively simple, and somehow I struggle with it constantly. We might be here for like 5 minutes. What just killed me? Okay, that's a new one. I'd love to tell you what just happened. I have no idea.
Find him and bring him in.
So we're going to do that again.
Scans
Not the
show
part
no
I expected to
obvious
die
life
in.
forms in the area. A lot of corpses.
Let me try and beat that guy this time.
LA Rapid Medical
Alright, maybe I'll
Response
walk away with more
Ambulance
health from this. Nope.
Stay alert,
I did not like how I was lined up.
They didn't commit
One thing about this game, I, to my knowledge, do not have a life counter, so I could just keep on retrying this.
Arrest warrant has been issued for Vladimir Leach. Find him and
Alright.
bring him in.
Third time's a charm, right?
Scans show no obvious life forms in the area. A lot of corpses, though.
I am not straight enough. Let's try it. Nope, nope, nope.
Stay alert, X1 Alpha.
I'm trying to go in a very straight line. It's kind of difficult to line up. But to my understanding, this is still faster than if I were just playing this normally.
Has been issued for Vladimir Leach. Find him and bring him in.
Once I get back through this road, it should be
Show no obvious
pretty
life
simple.
forms in the
Although,
area.
we've already seen me
A
mess
lot
that
of
up
corpses,
once.
though. LA Rapid Medical Response
I want to be a
Ambulance
little more to the left.
Stay alert, X1 Alpha.
Much better. Still low health. I just need to not do whatever it was I did last time.
Uh-oh. Cyborg.
So you see me taking it a little careful here because I don't want to gain too much forward momentum and go into the electricity. Okay, that's how that was supposed to go. So I'm going to pick up a weapon upgrade here. That will be important for the final boss. This jump right here is the one I was talking about earlier, where just for whatever reason, such a pain to do. Sometimes I don't get the jump, sometimes I get 2 jumps. Fortunately, the enemies around here don't seem to hit me for too much, so I'm not worried about health at this point. I will be picking up a health upgrade very shortly. Okay, there we go. So this switch will turn off that electricity in front of us, and I can go forward and grab some health right here.
The AI lab is due west.
I very clearly need it. I'll pick that up because it's right
The
here.
lab is just across
Let's
that
get
road.
over here. One more electricity field across. This one's not as bad as the other one. As you can see, I was able to walk through without taking any damage. And we're just about at the final boss. I just gotta make it up this
I
slope.
read a power transformer near you.
Get on, line myself up again. And then just gotta get on top of here. I said on top, don't just jump for show. Thank you. Alright, so this boss has 3 different parts. So what you're going to see is I'm going to try and not overuse my mortars, especially this early, because I will want them for other phases of the boss. I want to get rid of this enemy in front of me. I am also trying to dodge a bunch of the projectiles, so that's why you'll see me doing some moving around. The bosses, whatever these actually are, they move in and out when they are retracted. I can't actually damage it. I think this one should be about done. Yep, okay. On to the second part, which is the hardest. It doesn't like to spend a lot of time outside. So I very much need to watch my mortars here. Like that one I just fired won't actually hit the boss. I've taken a little more damage than I would have liked, so I do want to be more careful here. I'm not really too worried about the rest of my ammunition. I think this one's just about done. I don't know where that last mortar went. I do not like my health right now. Can I not get hit by that, please?
Dynamo destroyed. Solar panel extended.
I am in a dangerous spot. Okay, that's done, but I'm almost done. So, I'm just going to sit back and hope for the best. So that sound means I am out of one of my ammunitions. That being said, the way I have my fingers on the controller, it's kind of hard for me to not hold that button. So you're going to have that sound for a little bit. This one shouldn't take much longer, and that is time! We survived it. With not a lot of health to spare.
Primary AI unit offline.
Okay. Not quite as clean as I would have liked it, but we survived. We didn't die to that boss. It's not a terribly difficult boss, but it can be a little tricky. And that was Future Cop LAPD. To me, it's a pretty nice speedrun. It's fun to do. There's a video tutorial out for anyone that would be interested in running it. And even if you're bad at 3D games like me, it's not that difficult to do, honestly. The glitches are pretty simple to perform. A little bit of practice and you should have it down. Yeah, that's all I've got for Future Cop. But that's not all you've got for me, because I still have another game coming up. I really hope someone's donated towards Tails. Because otherwise, oh boy, are we in for a run of Sonic Jam Game Com. If you haven't seen that, I'm both sorry and excited to show it off to you. So be sure to stay tuned for that.
Yep, indeed. It looks like it hasn't changed. We are still looking at Knuckles in the lead with 45 and Tails with 20.
Oh
and
boy.
Sonic 0. So we're going to take a little bit of a break while we set up for the next run, but there is still a little bit of time to get a donation in if you want, unless you want to see Knuckles. I don't know.